Welcome to our study tip video of the week. This video is called How Do I Get an A? And it is basically just a little bit of a primer on how to check your grades and make some improvements in the final days of the semester. We're not going to give you any hacks or or ways to cheat your way to an A. This is just about literally figuring out how you can get whatever grade you want to get in the course, if it's possible, how to use a spreadsheet that we have for grade tracking. So this should help you a lot if you're feeling any kind of anxiety about not sure, what grade you need to get on the final exam to get a certain grade in the class to, hit your GPA goal, whatever. So we're just going to give you a little bit of information about how to use this spreadsheet. So the first thing to do is check the syllabus. The professor has outlined the grade breakdown for you, which you probably know, but you need to check to see what this is if you're not quite sure. So how much is each exam worth? And maybe some exams are dropped. Like oftentimes the professor will drop the lowest exam, or the lowest exam grade will be worth a little bit less than the other ones. And look at how much homework is worth. Are there reading quizzes, discussion grades, any other assignments? So write down just somewhere the percentage of each component. And then you're going to put that in the spreadsheet. So the spreadsheet that we have for you doesn't look exactly like this, but this is just a very simple version of what the spreadsheet looks like. There are different tabs for different, types of assignments, things that are graded. So the components basically. So you fill it in with exams and then the percentage of exams, homework, and percentage of homework, discussion, reading quizzes, everything else. If there are extra columns, you can leave them blank. If you need more columns, I think you can copy and paste it. And so you don't have to be like exam 1, exam 2, exam 3, unless all those exams are worth different amounts. So lowest exam might be a different column. But total, then you can fill in exam 1, exam 2, exam 3, as you see here. You can sometimes see on Blackboard an average total of something like homework, discussion, reading quizzes. If there's an average total, you can just put the average in as exam, or number 1, the first assignment. Or if there's no average, you just put in each one individually. So you'll fill this in. There will be some blank spots. So you might only have 3 exams in there, etc. So you leave them blank. That's okay. Just know that there are 2 numbers at the top. There is total percentage of total possible points now, and then there's final grade. So final grade will not be accurate, as it says on this slide, until everything is filled in, every column has something filled in. But the percentage of total possible points is your current grade in the class. So you can fill in these gaps with hypothetical or predicted grades, or you can leave them blank. But if you're trying to figure out how much your grade is going to change after the final exam or something, you can fill in hypothetical numbers for that final exam. And then see what, the total final grade is based on whether you get a 50, whether you get a 0 because you just literally didn't go, whether you get 100, whether you get an 80, whatever it is. And like I said, don't panic because there's a category left blank if the final grade looks a lot lower than you are expecting, because like I said, there will be blank columns until you finish all of the things, all of the components of that class, which likely will include a final exam or final paper. So if you're not a science student, or if you're taking a class that's not science-based and there's no exams, there's writing assignments instead, or different types of group projects, whatever, you can still use this. You just fill in every category, whatever it's called, and however much however many points or percentage points it's worth. And this spreadsheet has a bunch of different tabs, so you can do one for every separate class. And then the first tab is a GPA calculator, so you can see what your GPA is. So if you have questions, because this can be kind of confusing, you can ask your professor or TA to clarify. You can also check in with the CNMS Student Success Coach. There will be a link to the meeting page for that in the description box, as well as a link to the spreadsheet. Please note that if you click the link to the spreadsheet, it triggers an automatic download. So it will just automatically download to your computer. It won't have any viruses in it. It's from UMBC, but sometimes that freaks people out. So I just want to let you know. Um, so yeah, we hope this helps, and that you use it. So see you next week.